asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Dave Schultz and Sports Chat are back.
I'm back, baby! I'm back!
One change, though.
I'm sorry, that deal's now off the table.
What?
We live in a different world than we did just 30 seconds ago.
Instead of waking you up, he's taking you home from work.
Hey, Dad, you want to have a catch? I'd like that.
Talking Cajuns, Tigers, Saints, all of it.
I am your father.
Buckle up, Acadiana.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
It's time for Sports Chat with Dave Schultz on 103.3 The GOAT.
Fired up Friday afternoon sports chat. Dave Schultz, Lyndon Burton. Another quiet day in sports there, Lyndon.
Yeah.
Nothing really going on. What the Phillies do, right? Did the Yankees actually win?
I think the Yankees beat the Astros.
So the Yankees are on a 2-game winning streak?
Yes. So I know that because the Yankees fans were calling in this morning.
Oh, okay.
Astros fans a little hate. And look, Philly's still second in the NL East, baby. We're doing well.
You're leaving out you're kind of bearing the lead there.
What's the lead?
What is the difference between first place and second place?
Oh, fair enough. But, we're in the wild card race.
What is the difference?
11 games.
Yeah.
11 games.
So that's not really close.
Not catching up to the Braves, but we're better than the other
teams. You're closer
teams.
to fourth place than you are to first place.
Exactly.
All right. Nonetheless, we have a huge show for you today. Lots going on in college football. Lots going on with the Saints. We got our buddy Luke Johnson coming back again. I've known Luke for almost a decade, not quite, but he's with NOLA.com and Times-Picayune. He'll talk Saints, Alvin Kamara. A couple of things happened today, right? Cam Jordan signs an extension, maybe 1 year too long, but in this case, that's fine. Instead of doing the Belichick thing, keep him 1 year, maybe too long instead of 1 year too soon. So I'm fine with that. The contract goes through 2025. Good to go. We got Josh Boutwell from the Troy Messenger. We'll preview the defending Sun Belt champion Troy Trojans. D. Orlando Ledbetter from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. He's joined us before from the AJC.com. Did you see what happened to him?
No, what happened to him?
He got fined by Arthur Smith.
Oh, for what?
He missed a couple of days of training camp.
Oh,
and
man.
Arthur Smith actually hand-delivered him a letter outlining the rules that were broken, fined him $500.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, the AJC coughed it up.
Arthur Smith said, you know what, we're stepping up.
That's right. And then we got Tim Brando hopping on from Fox Sports from Chateau Brando at 5:30. 269-1077, 269-1077. I guess locally the biggest news. Oh, also, by the way, Dylan Cruz, 3 for 3 last night.
I saw your story. He played well.
Yeah, he played well. I can't imagine that's going to last more than a week. I mean, he's basically playing against teenagers. That's not really fair. For the most part, right?
Oh, so that wasn't, okay, so that was just his pro debut. That wasn't against pro competition. That was like...
Yes.
Oh, well, it was triple A or double A?
Keep going.
Single A?
Keep going. I mean, rookie ball.
Rookie ball, gotcha.
Again, they're teenagers.
Gotcha.
They're probably 18 and 19.
That's why I asked that, because you said that.
Yeah. No, it's pro. They're all getting paid, but...
It's not the big leagues or the
even
minors.
a high A ball or something like that. So he'll probably he hasn't played for a month. And I think Rocafort played well as well. Somebody, I think he went 4 for 4 in his thing, but I hadn't seen that. I got to put that up on a post, or you can do that during the show. He replied to the Facebook post if you want to get that out there.
Oh, okay. All
right, so Rocafort for the Cajuns. He was in the Arizona Complex League, and he had a 4-hit game as well. All right, again, 269-1077, 269-1077. We'll get to the Pac-12. We've been talking about that, but finally the suspension came down. If you can find Fletcher Mackel's Twitter feed and see if we can play that for Alvin Kamara. We're going to hear the difference of a man taking responsibility compared to Deshaun Watson, who continues to blame the media for his situation. Kamara met with, he called him Roger, and was able to air out his side of the story, so to speak.
He showed why he's the franchise guy.
He just showed why he's a man.
Yeah.
Right? He wasn't blaming anybody. Wasn't blaming the media. Wasn't blaming the circumstances. Didn't blame the victim.
Took himself.
He took full responsibility. Let's hear Alvin Kamara.
I'm going to kind of go general. So we knock out all the questions. I'm going to just knock them out because I know what y'all going to ask. So yesterday when I met with Roger, it went well. I'm not going to get into the details of what we discussed in the meeting, but it went well. I think we got accomplished what we need to get accomplished. So obviously happy I got the chance to do that. Happy he gave me the opportunity to come up there because obviously I know that's not really protocol, but I mean he gave me the opportunity and I took it and went up there and met with him and it went well. On to the Las Vegas incident. Obviously I haven't talked in a while. It's been a couple months, 18, 19 months that I've been dealing with this ordeal. Obviously, it's a tough ordeal to be in. I never want to be involved in something where someone gets hurt or severely injured or anything. Poor judgment on my end. Definitely a bad decision, but I'm a man. Everything I've ever done in my life, I stood on, and I could take accountability for it, and I could say when I'm wrong. And I was completely wrong, embarrassed the Saints, embarrassed my family, my mother, embarrassed myself, embarrassed the city, and the Shield, obviously, embarrassed the NFL. So, I just tried to do my best to kind of keep it as much away from the media and as much away from the team as I could. Obviously, it's hard to do that when, you got such a incident like that. So, I'll be lying if I said it wasn't tough. I've lost a lot throughout this ordeal. Definitely not looking for any pity, not looking for somebody to give me a pat on the back and say it's okay. I know what I did. I know what I was involved in, and I definitely take responsibility. And that's part of being a man and growing. From here, I just got to make the right decisions and make the right choices. So
we'll see. I mean, do we know? Is this a decision going to be appealed, or was it kind of Roger handing down the 3-game suspension, and it kind of felt like Alvin Kamara knew what was coming and decided, okay, that's fair.
He did, because it could have been 6. People thought it was going to be 6. Some people thought, as we've gotten closer to this day.
I think if we thought if he was charged with a felony.
Yeah, it would have been 6.
It could have been 6 or 8.
But some people still thought 4. Some people still.
Right, well, it's 1 less. But that's 25% less.
Look, 3 games, that's not bad from what fans expected at first.
It could have been, people were thinking 8 to 10.
Exactly.
Right? Also, he was looking at jail time, potentially.
Exactly. So, good for him to say, be a man about it, take responsibility, say, look, this was on me, and I want to grow from this moment. And that's why he's the franchise guy, man. It is what it is.
Well, he becomes that. Right?
Yeah.
And he kind of, it will always be the quarterback, right? And Derek Carr's new here.
Until somebody feels that role.
It's basically, while Drew was here, Zach Streif was the guy for a long time, and it's Cam. Cam will always talk to the media, right? He's looking for a media gig when he's done, so he's playing the game. He knows what he's doing. But Kamara probably has to open up a little bit more, right? It's a really young team in some spots. Demario Davis is a good leader. He'll talk out, no problem. But Alvin's got to step it up a little bit more because he's the focal point of the offense, right? Michael Thomas hasn't played in a few years.
In years, yeah. Yeah, years. We can say that now. That's crazy.
So let's see here. I want to see if it's going to be, does it say it's going to be appealed or no?
I haven't seen that anywhere about it being appealed. I don't think so, Dave. I think I think the Saints are accepting what happened. He's accepting responsibility and
that's what
taking
it seems
the 3
like.
games.
That's what it seems like. Maybe not. I don't think it's a major conspiracy theory. Maybe they negotiated
this,
when he was up there,
and that's why he said, "Look, I don't need to talk about it. It is what it is. I'm taking my 3."
Yeah, maybe that's it. So good for Alvin Kamara. The other news for the Saints was Cameron Jordan.
Oh yeah, that happened too.
That happened first thing this morning. His father looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks kind of like him. Like the hair. I see where he gets his hair. His different.
He grew out the hair. Yeah. He's letting the hair grow. So Cam Jordan signs a new contract extension through the 2025 season. I think, it says a 2-year, $27.5 million extension. So that's not a ridiculous amount of money, right? Mm-hmm. $14.5 million, or, so 27, like $14 million for defensive end. That's pretty good.
It's pretty
right?
solid.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. He did pretty well right there. Right? Didn't Hunter get like 17 or 20?
I think so. Let me pull up the defensive lineman contracts.
All right. Well, here you go. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Jordan's contract is worth $27.5 million, is fully guaranteed and the largest contract on average, and guarantees for any 34-year-old. So he's putting in the exception of how old he is. All right.
Oh, so he's the highest paid 34-year-old.
Well, there's not a whole lot of 34-year-old defensive ends in the league.
But he's not the highest paid defensive end. No way. Overall?
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's making the exception with a 34-year-old.
Gotcha.
Correct. So
how much is he making per year? Because I got the list up.
Well, his 2-year extension is $27.5 million.
Okay. So 14 a year.
Okay, basically.
Okay, that's not bad. He falls in line with, he's making more than David Onyemata for Atlanta. And he's making more than DJ Reader.
Well, wasn't Onyemata a former Saint?
Yeah, former Saint. Yeah. I'm looking at the full, they have all the defensive ends and defensive tackles together.
Right.
Yeah, he's making more than JD Reader, but he's number 15 overall.
Including this?
I'm talking about with this new contract.
Okay.
Yeah, with this new contract. I was about to say, okay, cool deal. Yeah, because Aaron Donald's number 1 with 31. Quinnen Williams, number 2 with 24.
So, yeah, he's getting $14 million this year. Oh, that's the annual.
Myles Garrett, 25.
25?
Yeah, 25.
Oh, wow. All right.
Max Crosby, 23.
So, again, he got a good deal. He got some good money for a 34-year-old, right?
He did.
Right? I mean,
he in defensive ends, he's number 6 because they say it's like you said, 17 per year.
So he'll have made after this season $123 million.
Jeez, good career.
Tack on $27 million and is close to 150. That's pretty solid.
Yeah,
that's pretty solid.
Can't beat that with a stick.
And then he's going to go into the media and get another 6 to 7 figures.
Is he a Hall of Famer? I saw that being argued among Saints fans today.
That's a good question.
Like, is he an NFL Hall of Famer?
I think he would be, right? Isn't he among the active leader in sacks?
Let's see. Active sack leaders.
I think he's got it. I think he's going to be.
Let's see what you got for me.
I got 115 and a half sacks.
Yeah, 115.
Yeah.
So I want to see all-time sack leaders. Let's see. Where does he fit amongst all time? Because that's kind of what'll determine that, right?
Was that Strahan?
So I got...
Bruce Smith.
Yeah, Bruce Smith's 1, Reggie White. Okay, so if Von Miller's 19, he falls right under there. Like, it's like right under there because of the active number or whatever.
I got Robert Mathis. Yeah, Von Miller's 123.
And Robert Mathis
123 as well. So he'll finish in the top 20.
Yeah, he will.
Right?
Let's see.
Are all these guys so far, most of them anyways.
Yeah, he's okay. So I have the
Bruce Smith is a Hall of Famer. Reggie White's a Hall of Famer. I think Kevin Green's a Hall of Famer. Julius Peppers, is he in?
Yeah, Julius Peppers is definitely a Hall of Famer.
Chris Dolman?
Before my era, so I'm going to...
Strahan's in. Right. Jason Taylor is.
Mm-hmm.
Terrell Suggs?
Definitely Terrell Suggs. Super Bowl ring and one of the best...
Is he in there?
Yeah, is he in there right now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so, but he's going to be in there if he's not.
DeMarcus Ware's just going in.
Just going in now,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Jared Allen, John Abraham. LT is in there. Ricky Jackson's not in there, is he?
Is Dome Patrol in there? I don't...
Dwight Freeney is. Derek Thomas, is he in there posthumously? No. That's a good question.
Suggs is not in there yet.
Suggs is not in there yet.
Yeah.
He's eighth
He's gonna be in there, but he's not in there. I'm assuming once he gets a certain amount of years.
How many years has it been?
He last played in 2019. It hasn't been enough
maybe
time.
Next year.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe next year. Okay.
So,
all right.
And Ricky Jackson, you said?
Yeah.
Let's see. I know he's a Saints Hall of Famer, first ballot, but let's see. No NFL Hall of Fame, just Saints.
Right. All right. So I think he's on the. You know why he'll get in? Because he's good with the media.
Okay.
I mean, what do we say? 115 sacks. He's going to play 3 more seasons. If he ends up with like,
no, Ricky Jackson is in. He's class of 2010.
Okay.
He is in.
All right.
Wikipedia had it framed wrong.
Got it. All right. So he'll get in. All right. If he ends up with 130 sacks, top 20 in sacks all time, he's a good guy. The only thing is, has he ever gotten any votes for like defensive? Was he defensive player of the year one year?
Cam Jordan?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Some of these guys were defensive players of the year. Some of them multiple times.
Let's see.
Like how many times he's been all NFL?
I'm about to give you all of that.
Yeah. So
he's first team All Pro only once in 2017.
Okay.
2-time second team All Pro 2018, 2019. 8-time Pro Bowler.
Right.
NFL 2010's All Decade team, and that's it.
2010 All Decade team?
Yeah, 2010's All Decade team.
Didn't he only play half a decade?
He came in 2011. He only missed 1 year. So from 2011 to 2020.
You said the 2010 All-Decade team.
The 2010s.
Oh, okay. That's not what you said.
My bad. 2010s.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All-Decade team.
All right. Let's take a timeout. All right. So there's the big Saints stories. Alvin Kamara out for 3 ball games. You have Jamal Williams, who I didn't realize just led the NFL in touchdowns last year.
Mm-hmm. The leader.
And the TCU kid.
Oh, Kendrick Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a scat back. He's going to be good.
Yeah. I think they'll be okay back there.
I do too, especially against the first 3 games.
The first 3 games aren't that hard.
Tennessee, the Packers, the Panthers.
The Packers are. The Packers are going to be. That's going to be more difficult than I think. If Kamara was there, I wouldn't think it would be, but it might be. So, all right, let's take a timeout. Pac-12 looks like it's no more. The demise. The Pac-12 doesn't even make it to the weekend. Oh. Dave Schultz, Lynn and Burton, 103.3 The GOAT.
Thirsty for intelligent sports talk? Sounds like you need a little Gatorade. 103.3 The GOAT. The greatest sports talk of all time.
Staples presents a lesson in back-to-school savings. Your local Staples now accepts Amazon returns. So when you return your Amazon order at Staples, you receive a coupon for $10 off your next $30 Staples purchase. So you can save even more on top of huge back-to-school deals. Like right now, 2-pocket poly folders and Staples 8-count number 2 pencils are each just 50 cents. Staples gives you more ways to save even more. 50-cent offers end 8/26. Pricing and limits may vary in-store and online. Amazon return offer in-store only. Exclusions apply.
This is a Louisiana Job Alert brought to you by Gulfland Structures. Gulfland Structures has immediate full-time openings for AC techs. Gulfland offers top pay with incredible benefits. Medical, dental, vision, 401k, vacation, sick time, long and short-term disability. If you're an AC tech and want to work for the #1 living quarters and man camp builder in the country, then Gulfland Structures wants to hear from you. Apply online at gulflandstructures.com/careers. Attention job seekers. Gulfland Structures is now hiring for AC techs. Call 337-993-9858. 337-993-9858 or go to gulflandstructures.com/careers. This has been a Louisiana Job Alert brought to you by Gulfland Structures, an equal opportunity employer.
The mission of Paralyzed Veterans of America is clear. Accessibility. Veterans who have served and sacrificed the best of themselves deserve access to the best our country has to offer. Access to meaningful employment. Access to the veterans' benefits they've earned. Accessible homes and vehicles. And access to every part of their communities. with PVA staff working inside VA hospitals. No other veterans organization has provided more real-time, ongoing support for paralyzed veterans and their families. PVA is proud to serve veterans across all branches, all generations, and all conflicts. Our nation's heroes fought for your independence. Join PVA in fighting for theirs at PVA.org.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Don't let someone get your goat. There's plenty to go around for everyone. 103.3 The GOAT, the greatest sports talk of all time.
See what's become of me.
All right, Dave Schultz back with Lyndon Burton on a Fired Up Friday afternoon sports chat. 103.3 The GOAT. Cajuns opened up their camp yesterday.
How was it?
It was okay. We got up there for 15 minutes. That's about as much as my back could handle, so that was pretty good. One kid, I mean, really a foolish move. I know he's just having fun, but he was making his way to onto the field and tried to flip a football with his feet over his head.
Oh, it didn't work?
That's not what I'm concerned about.
Oh, did it hit someone?
Well, who cares if the football hit somebody outside of me?
Did he trip?
That would be the problem. He didn't, but I mean, he had a helmet on and whatever, shells on, but let's not do something stupid on the first day of practice, right?
Tried to do a bicycle.
Right? Yeah, he tried to flip it over his head with
the soccer bicycle.
Sort of like that, yeah. But with a football. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Could have fell right on his face. Or worse, on me. No.
I don't think they're worried about him falling on you.
All right. Tyler lets us know Julius Peppers, ranked 4th on the all-time list, is not in the Hall of Fame yet.
Interesting. When did he retire? How long has it been? Let's see. Oh, he's another one. He retired. He finished 2018. So it could have been this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That doesn't have who's the one with the off-the-field issues? That doesn't sound like Julius Peppers.
Yeah, I don't think Julius Peppers had any off-the-field issues.
Who's the one with the guns?
I don't know.
He went into the UFC or boxing.
Oh, the UFC. I know who you're talking about. Looking Greg Hardy.
Greg Hardy. There you go.
Greg Hardy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe Julius Peppers will get in. All right. Maybe Julius Peppers will get in. Thank you, Tyler. All right. So meanwhile, the news of the day, it's been crazy. If you just follow these guys on Twitter, from the Ross Dellingers to the Pete Thamels to the Stuart Mandells to the Brett McMurphys, it has been fast and furious. This is where we stand right now, because I could go through what happened, but I'm not sure we had enough time. As of right now, it appears Arizona is heading to the Big 12. As of right now. As of right now, it does not appear Arizona State or Utah are heading to the Big 12. As of right now.
Okay.
As of right now, Oregon and Washington are heading to the Big 10.
Okay.
So you have that big Penn State-Washington matchup.
Oof.
Oof is right. And the Pac-12 looks like it's going by the way of the dodo bird. The Pac-12 is going to cease to exist. It's joining the Big East, the Metro Conference, the Southwest Conference. And remember what I've been saying is that they're going to teach this in business schools. Why wasn't there anybody from one of those prestigious business schools out there, Cal, Stanford, USC, Washington, telling the Pac-12 network, hey, super geniuses, you're doing this wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
You think
all these people, right? That Larry Scott, doesn't he answer to the presidents of the schools? Don't they understand this? And this is not they weren't like the NFL Network or the Major League Baseball or the MLB Network, right? Now the Big Ten Network did one thing, but they thought they could be smarter than the Big Ten Network. Instead of, partnering with Fox and giving them a, big chunk of the pie, Pac-12 said, well, we don't need to do that. Well,
now they're gone.
A decade later, a little bit over a decade later, the Pac-12 is not going to exist. I was listening to Brandon Marcello. He's been holding these spaces things, and someone actually brought up the Rose Bowl. He hadn't even thought of the Rose Bowl, which we hadn't either.
Mm-hmm. Man, I hope the Rose Bowl continues.
No, you can kiss the Rose Bowl can kiss my backside. That would be. I'm sure I'll be one of the few people who would love to see the Rose Bowl go hasta la bye bye, baby. They can play on January 2nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time, as far as I'm concerned. They mess this stuff up. They're part of the problem. And now again, right? Do we need, by the way, Lyndon, do we need to send college students and college athletes to Congress to see if they can lobby them to prevent these colleges and these athletic programs from going from conference to conference for, wait for it, money?
Yep. Nope. And they don't touch a single dime, not a pinch of silver or copper from any of this.
That's going to happen.
It should.
It's going to happen. All right. When these college kids realize how much is the Big Ten getting? Mm-hmm. $7 billion over 7 years. Someone's going to say, all right, boys, it's time to pony up.
Yeah.
If you don't think pay for play is coming, it's coming. And the colleges and the universities have no leg to stand on.
Zero.
Don't tell us it's not about the money when you people, I dropped a you people, when you people are making it all about the money.
Look, that's a very right you people at that moment.
Yeah. So that's coming because God forbid when these TV contracts come up with the college football playoff again, they're coming up in a couple of years, right? We get the 24 and 25 college football playoff, then we get 26, and it's going to be out. It's going to be over the moon, as if it's not already over the moon.
No,
and somewhere along the way, these college kids are going to be real. They're going to be in town for a week or something along those lines, and they realize, how much are you guys making, and how much are we seeing of this? I think about an hour before the game time is a really good time to negotiate, or else no one's going to play in this football game. Mm-hmm. And your $1 billion football game, I think they can get $100 million over here, and we can get $100 million over here. We'll start there.
That's what should happen.
That's coming.
Because they're going to realize NIL's not enough.
Who's going to realize that?
The players. They're going to realize that's just a drop in the bucket.
A drop in the bucket. A drop in the bucket.
Because you're the reason why y'all are making all of this money.
That's right.
And then I wish the basketball players would realize how much March Madness is on their backs.
That'll happen sometime too.
Because that's $1 billion thing just for a couple months.
Couple weeks.
Yeah. Couple weeks.
It's 3 weeks.
Exactly.
So it's gonna happen, folks. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get pay for play, and the colleges are gonna have no one to blame but themselves of how we got here. So the coaches are like, well, we're the professionals. We can move this all over. I see comments about how, Jay Billis made a comment. Let me see. I'll, in fact, see if I can find it real quickly. It was Jay Billis who tweeted something out earlier today. And someone else was a comp. Let me see here. Arizona may bolt for the Big 12. The Big 10 is scouting Oregon and Washington to join UCLA and USC. SDU may bolt the Mountain West. FSU openly talking about leaving the ACC. Yet we entertain coaches, ADs, and legislatures complain about the transfer portal ruining college sports. Seriously? And let's see. So let's see. Well, there was one. It's too many.
He comments to everybody.
He does. But someone. Oh, here we go. What other league has unrestricted transferring? Does the NBA? Does MLB? NFL? Or do they have contracts, unions, and rules? Why should college football players be able to transfer year after year without sitting out a year? How do you manage your roster? That's too bad because the coaches are going
year to year.
And guess what? Oregon and Washington are going to the Big Ten next year.
Yep. Nope.
Next season.
It's hypocrisy, man. These college football fans are just upset that it's affecting their fandom, but they don't realize how much it's affecting the players themselves and how much the players should be able to do this. Like, if we're not going to fuss at these coaches, these ADs, these conferences, these schools, how can we fuss at the players?
I'm with you.
Like, if you're a Pac-12 lifer, you should be upset right now. Your conference is done.
You might be upset even if you're Oregon and Washington.
Exactly.
Now, for the most part, if you're Oregon and Washington, you got to get into a plane to go to a game.
Yeah.
Since even going to Washington State is a long way for either of those two teams. But you got, I don't know how many, unless you're taking a couple of days to go down to LA or Phoenix, right? It's a major drive compared to what we have down here or on the East Coast. Coach David Schmidt replying to Jay Billis, seems like a high school coach, but that's okay. Need to return when it meant something to be loyal to your conference. You played because you loved the game and not for money. And when it was rare to hear a kid of transferring. The age of NIL and transfer portal and TV dollars has killed college athletics. Billis, love and money are not mutually exclusive. Coaches love the game, but demand to get paid. And to be paid fair market value. When everyone involved works for free, you have a point. That was replied to. So college education is in payment? Not nearly the same.
Yeah.
Access to medical, training personnel, tutoring, room and board, athletic gear, national exposure, travel expenses, gift bags, rings, watches, favorable class schedules. And they just by their own choice? Come on. I mean, that's really, you're going down the list of these guys getting gift bags compared to automobiles for the coaches that they don't pay for. Come on.
The kids sometimes back. I remember when the kids couldn't even get like a cheeseburger from their coach.
Yes.
And they were starving.
Yes. Or the kid's got to go back for a funeral and the coach can't pay for his plane ticket.
Yep.
Jeez.
Exactly.
It's brutal. I mean, it is unbelievable that most of us see this in one direction. Because we don't like the young kids getting paid. Mm-hmm. And there's probably a racial component to it too, but I'm not even going to go there.
No, you're probably right.
I don't have a problem with an equitable solution. And the problem is that the people who have the money don't want to give the money up.
Yeah.
That's in all cases. It doesn't matter. All right. It doesn't matter if you're talking about taxes. It doesn't matter if you're talking about college athletics. The people who have the money don't want to split up the money.
Look,
that's why Oregon and Washington aren't getting full shares. They're getting like half shares.
And that's probably why they're upset.
Well, they'll manage. They'll manage. All right, let's take a timeout. We'll keep conversation going. So we had the president of... Is this Yacht Rock?
You put this in.
I did not put this in. You don't even know what this song is.
I don't.
Is this a song or a video?
This is the song.
I did not put the song in. It's a great song. This is a song from my childhood, but I did not put the song in. It's a good song.
All right. Maybe it was in the folder already. That's funny.
All right, so pass the Ducci. All right, so how about this one, though? Remember, we talked to the college football playoff president. The top 6 conferences get their conference champion in. What do you think that's going to mean for, wait for it, the Sun Belt? Mm-hmm. Back after this, Dave Schultz, Lyndon Burton, 103.3 The GOAT.
Thirsty for intelligent sports talk? Sounds like you need a little Gatorade. 103.3 The GOAT. The greatest sports talk of all time.
To your left, our new exhibit, Monarchs of Springfield. And right here, we have our empty tour guide stand.
The last time Bryn hired someone is ancient history.
Sir, excuse me, that's not part of the exhibit.
They need tour guides who know the museum ropes.
Hey, kid, you like wearing khakis? I got a job for you.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The extracurricular activities, the traffic, the nightly homework, the traffic, the finding time to eat dinner together as a family, the traffic. Back to school can be stressful. Thanks to Ziploc, meal prep doesn't have to be. New Ziploc bags with Stay Open design have a patented stand-up bottom that helps keep the bag upright and a top grease that folds and holds for easy filling, unlocking a second set of hands in the kitchen. If only it unlocked a second set of lanes. New Ziploc brand freezer and storage bags with Stay Open design from SC Johnson, a family company.
Dan Hicks with Paul Azinger, welcoming you back to the Healthy Stand Classic. And Zing, she has been absolutely tremendous today, but it all comes down to this shot.
It does, Dan, and you couldn't ask for better conditions. 68 degrees, just a slight 2-mile-an-hour breeze and a UV index of 3. This is absolutely critical.
That is right. This direct exposure to midday sun could be increasing her risk to melanoma.
It looks like she's making a change.
Yeah, she's putting that putter back in the bag. Now let's see what she takes out.
Oh, wow. It looks like she's pulling out a 15.
I don't know. It looks like she's going with a 30.
Strong choice. She's going to want to use the recommended SPF 30 even on a cloudy day.
And notice how she's using broad spectrum sunscreen.
And a generous amount, too.
Incredible.
That was a masterful performance.
That was pretty good, too.
Stand Up to Cancer and Optum want to help you reduce your risk for cancer. Visit takeahealthystand.org.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
I felt nervous that I wouldn't have a family.
I was getting older and older. I didn't think I was going to get adopted.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Lexi, Connor, and LaShawna now have a forever family and the foundation for a bright future.
When I was adopted, it was like, wow, I get to settle, and this is permanent.
After I was adopted, I felt happy.
Adoption changed me for the better. I feel like I can be whoever I want to be.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find forever families for children who have been lingering in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Every second counts in a poison emergency. That's why Poison Help is standing by 24/7 to provide free assistance in over 100 languages. Save Poison Help as a contact in your phone today. Poison Help. 1-800-222-1222.
If it wasn't for goats, we wouldn't have coffee. Look it up.
I'm gonna get some coffee. You want some coffee? No, thank you. I'm fine.
And the best sports talk in Acadiana. 103.3 The Goat.
All right, Dave Schultz, Lynn Burton on a fired up Friday afternoon sports chat, 103.3 The Goat. I asked for Yacht Rock. It was not a Wednesday.
That was Yacht Rock?
No.
Oh, okay.
I asked about Pastaducci. Is that Yacht Rock?
Oh, is it?
No.
No, yeah, no. Just normal song?
I wouldn't say it's a normal song, but all right. Had probably not heard that song in a good 10, 20, 30 years. All right, so let's read these rules. Let's see where we can get it here. College football playoff 2024. So we talked to the president or the executive director of the college football playoff, right? And he said that it's a 12-team playoff, and it's the conference champions. The field of 12 teams will be comprised of the 6 conference champions ranked highest by the selection committee. No minimum ranking required. Plus the 6 highest ranked other teams.
Okay.
Right now, by the way, I think the Sun Belt is ranked 5th.
Oh.
In the conferences. So the Sun Belt champion
is going to be there.
Could very well get into the playoff, get an automatic berth into the playoff. They may have been doing that anyways. Top 6. But if all of a sudden you take away the Pac-12, one less obstacle.
Yep. Exactly. Man, UL, the chances are becoming, we could potentially see, a UL LSU playoff game.
Oh my God. I'm not sure the state could handle that.
I don't think so either. And then it would be at a home game for like LSU?
I would think so, most likely, unless somehow the Cajuns have
the higher seed. Oh,
right,
man.
Right.
They couldn't. I'll say this. It needs to be in Baton Rouge because if it's in Lafayette, we'd go crazy.
What do you mean?
It would be straight insanity in that stadium.
Wouldn't it be apropos if the stadium goes from 40,000 to 24,000 and then you host a college playoff game? That would be so Lafayette. It would probably be an LSU. All right, the chances of LSU football being ranked lower than the Cajuns is not very good. But one never knows. I mean, they had a streak going there for a few years, right, after the national championship.
They did.
The Cajuns were better, right? The Cajuns lost like 2 games in 2 years.
True.
Right?
True,
They lost 1 game in the COVID year, which was the Coastal, and they lost 1 game the following year.
Yep.
That was better than LSU.
That was, and LSU fans don't like to talk about that.
So they finished better than LSU in those years. I'm not sure if that's going to happen anytime soon again, but I guess if it happened as recently as 2021,
it can happen
again real quick, right?
Man, that'd be awesome.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah,
you could have that. You could absolutely have that. Right? Somehow they would make that not work.
Oh, right? You think somehow they would make UL face someone else?
Go north?
Yeah. Man. Oh, then the fans would definitely complain.
There'd be some politics. Yeah, there'd be some politics, right? Involved in that. But yeah, I mean, let me see if we got this on Twitter. I saw this on Twitter again, ranking the conferences, and the Sun Belt was 5th. The Sun Belt was 5th. And if that's the case, they very well may make the college football playoff next year. The thing is, who's that going to be, Lindy? Because Coastal Carolina is going to lose Grayson McCall.
Yep.
It's probably not going to be them. All those guys coming back for South Alabama, a lot of them will be gone. All right, including the quarterback, most importantly.
Troy?
We'll see where, I don't know where we'll find out about Gunnar Watson, what year he is. Maybe, right? That's a possibility. You got a young quarterback, most likely, at App State, who's going to be around for a little bit. We'll see what JMU does. They may have 2 years left in that situation. Will Hall will have an experienced quarterback, most likely coming back. And then you never know about these. I mean, who knows if ODU and Texas State takes the conference by storm? I doubt it, because kind of feels like TJ Finley's going to get that gig in Texas State, and then it'll be Malik Hornsby.
So look, the Cajuns have a ripe opportunity.
Well, maybe for 2025, right? Because Ben Wooltridge is done. And so you're going to leave it to Zion Chris.
True.
Right? It's Chandler Fields done?
Let me see how many years he has.
But the Sun Belt very well could find themselves, the conference champion could be in the playoff. And if you have 2 good teams, why can't you have 2 Sun Belt teams in there? I'm not sure how likely that is.
Chandler Fields will be done. Because he's played 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022.
He's got another year if he wants it.
Okay.
The 20 seasons is the COVID year.
Oh, true.
He gets another year if he wants it.
Oh, he might take it.
He might.
Yeah, he might.
He might. No. He might take it, or he might transfer.
That too.
Whatever the case may be.
Find him a starting spot.
Yeah. So, it's going to be real interesting to see what happens, and it's not that far away. It's next season. All right. Who's on the phone?
I'm not sure.
Who's this?
Hey, Dave, it's John from New Iberia.
Hi, John. Thanks for calling.
Hey, thanks. I heard the news earlier. I was just wanting to confirm. So Oregon and Washington State are going to the Big Ten?
Yes.
And then Arizona State, Arizona, and Utah is going to the Big 12?
We're not so sure about Arizona State and Utah yet. Just right now, Arizona.
What kind of trickle-down effect will it have for Louisiana? Personally, I think we should just stay where we are in the Sun Belt. I like it because we're a bus league. We could pretty much bus to all our conference games in our division and only have to pretty much travel by air whenever we play out of conference in the Eastern Division of the Sun Belt. Do you think a move to the AAC would be wise, or you think we should just stay in the Sun Belt?
No, I think the Sun Belt. I think the Sun Belt's just perfect right now. The Sun Belt's just perfect for the Ragin Cajuns. Yeah. I don't know if they can move up to Power 12.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not sure that they can move up to a Power 5 school, Power 5 conference like the Big 12. They just don't have the facilities. And for lack of a better term, they don't have the fans. So, although I guess the fans would come out if the Big 12 started showing up. They would sell out a smaller stadium for sure.
But TV money, is there much of a discrepancy between the Sun Belt and the American Athletic, or not really? I know UL's getting about $2 million a year through the Sun Belt new deal, money-wise, but I don't know what the American is. Like I know they have all those new schools from the old Conference USA that join American Athletic, but I don't know what their TV deal is. I know it's discounted. It's not as much as like the schools that are already in the American. I think they're making $5 or $6 million, but I don't think it's worth it because even with the extra TV money, look how far the conference is spread out. We'd be using a lot more planes to go to the games instead of bus trips.
Well, it says here that they're getting it says here they're getting about $7 million a year per school. Is that right?
Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah, like the old teams. Now the new teams, I don't think they're making that. Like North Texas and Rice and the UABs and all that just joined American.
Right.
I think they're getting grandfathered in. They're making $2 or $3 million a year. And this is like the ones that didn't leave the American Athletic Conference, like Cincinnati and Houston, the ones that stuck around, they're getting the $7 million.
Okay.
But
all
I
right.
just don't think it's feasible for Louisiana to go anywhere. I mean, we got a good conference. I mean, like you said earlier, we're number 5 in strength and probably number 5 or maybe even a little bit higher probably in diamond sports like softball and baseball. Definitely, I think we're probably, if not the top G5, we're close to being the top G5 conference.
I agree with that. Yep, I'm
I
with
think with the Pac-12 now, they got probably backfield with the Mountain West Conference teams.
I think that's probably going to happen. Thanks for the call, John.
Okay, thanks. Y'all have a good weekend. Thank you for taking my call.
You bet.
Have a good one, John.
Yeah. It says here the new agreement, a reportedly 12-year deal from 2020 to 2021 through 31-32 is worth $83 million a year. That comes out to $7 million a year per school. The previous deal was $2 million. The thing is, though, most of that is on ESPN Plus.
Oh. I mean, look, ESPN Plus, I get to watch all the Cajuns games.
I do too.
I'm not mad at it.
Right. The annual per school average of $6.94 million provides each AAC school with nearly $5 million more in annual revenue. We're still waiting for the media rights deal from the Pac-12. We're never going to. We actually haven't gotten it. I can search for the last 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a month. I'll do that in the break. Let's take a break. Let's see if I can search my Twitter feed every time I did Pac-12 media rights.
She doesn't know the dress. All right.
Because every time they did Pac-12 media rights going to be announced in 24 hours, 48 hours. No, it's not. It's like Infrastructure Week. Not coming. All right. Remember, Luke Johnson talking Saints at the top of the hour. The new father, by the way.
Yeah.
Ada. Yep. Back after this. Dave Schultz, Lyndon Burton, 103.3 The GOAT.
Deodorant you use on your butt? You heard that right. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, founder of Lumi Whole Body Deodorant. It's time to summer-proof your body odor. Lumi's formula works everywhere. Pits, underboobs, and yep, butts too. All those places that naturally tend to get a little bit stinky when the weather gets hot. Lumi's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours. That's 3 whole days of fresh fun in the sun. As an OBGYN, I met thousands of women looking for a better way to control odor below the belt. So I created Lumi, a pH-optimized aluminum-free deodorant that actually works. With over 150,000 5-star reviews to prove it. Ready for your freshest summer ever? Head to LumiDeodorant.com to get started.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 23 and get an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack that comes with a free product of your choice and ships free with code 23. LumeDeodorant.com, code 23 for an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack. That's LumeDeodorant.com, code 23.
Meet Joe A, Joe B, and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with autosave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect. Support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC. These Acadiana businesses proudly support the broadcast of UL Ragin Cajun Athletics on 103.3 and 1420 The Goat, News Talk 96.5 KPEL, Classic Rock 105.1, and Hot 107.9.
Community First Bank.
Annette Zarang, Allstate Insurance.
Burtno's Auto Service.
National Foundation Repair.
And Capital One Bank.
Support these businesses that support the Ragin Cajuns game broadcast of football, men's and women's basketball, baseball, and softball. Bring all the action into your home, car, smart speaker, on your phone, or wherever you work all year long. And if you'd like to learn more about becoming a UL booster, it's easy to join the winning team. Support the broadcast of UL Ragin Cajun Athletics by becoming a UL broadcast booster. Just contact Mary Gallion by calling 337-233-6000.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for and there they go. Almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seats for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the
right seat. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
St. Joseph's Indian School is much more than a school for Native American children.
It's like a family. Classes are fun here. I am learning about my culture.
Since 1927, St. Joseph's Indian School has provided children the education, health care, and support they need to succeed. To help give our kids brighter futures, learn more at stjo.org today.
I'm Shanola Hampton. I support the Feeding America network of food banks because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Mess with the goat. You'll get the horns, then the butt. Because that's what goats do. 103.3, the goat.
All right, Brandon Marcello from 24/7 Sports. July 21st, so not that long ago, but about 3 weeks ago, right? Pac-12 Commissioner George Kliavkoff, I think that's how you say it, Kliavkoff, hints that the media rights deal is already done. We're not announcing our media rights deal on purpose today because we want the focus to be on football, which we mentioned. It's not really football that's going on at media days. It's talking about football. I quote tweeted Brandon, Pac-12 media rights equals infrastructure week. All right. Then Barrett Sports Media did it on August 1st, 2022. Oh, my God. This is a year ago. This is a year ago. Unbelievable. August 1st, 2022. What is in the Pac-12's future? It's hard to say, and that is why everyone is playing it safe right now. I quote tweeted it. Will the Pac-12 exist at the end of their media rights deal? The answer is no. Let's see here. A friend of mine, I told you, Brian Harrison, just a Twitter friend of mine, July 31st, Stuart Mandel, once again, Pac-12 commissioner, will finally present a TV rights deal to league members within the next 48 hours, a source tells The Athletic, meaning the commissioners, the commissioner's obviously the source there. And I quote tweeted, I responded to my buddy Brian Harrison, Stewart could have cut and pasted that tweet /X. Are we still calling them tweets? As far as I'm concerned, the Pac-12 media rights deal equals infrastructure week. I mean, unbelievable. We need to read that article. I need to see that article. What is in the Pac-12's future? Hard to say. God, that was, I saw August 1st. I thought it was like earlier this week, August 1st, 2022.
Oh, no. That's not good.
That's not good at all. It's not seeming to come up here. Wow.
That was a whole year ago.
A whole year ago. Will the Pac-12 exist? I'm going to quote tweet myself.
Nice. You good prognosticator right there.
Apparently not. Called it. Goodness. Yeah. And these people out there only have themselves to blame. I guess a state senator in Washington or something like that called out Larry Scott, and he's the one who screwed this up. Jeez. But then it goes on other people because they just kept on allowing it to happen and allowing it to happen, right? So the Pac-12 got Brett Yormark, right? A former, did he run like the Brooklyn Nets?
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that, right? He was the president of the Brooklyn Nets in terms of business operations.
Mm-hmm.
I think his brother ran the Florida Panthers.
Oh, wow.
And Kliakoff is like an events manager from Vegas. He was in over his head. In over his head.
Oh, man, so ESPN's not going to be involved with the 4 biggest brands on the West Coast. USC, UCLA, Oregon, and Washington because it's going to the Big Ten. Fox.
Right.
Fox-controlled market.
Right.
That's crazy. Fox has got prime-time control of the middle of the country and the West Coast.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That is wild. And I think I think the problem with game day is too long.
Oh, college game day?
Yeah. 3 hours?
A little long. Can't lie. A little long. Yeah, a little long.
I mean, doesn't it start at like 8 a.m. around here?
Yeah, and then last
till 11.
Till 11, yeah.
Kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bunch of guests coming up. Tim Brando finishing off the show. We'll talk to him about his take on it. We got the Orlando Ledbetter previewing the Falcons. We got Josh Boutwell talking Troy Trojans. Up next, our buddy Luke Johnson from NOLA.com and Times-Picayune. Lots of Saint news today. It's Dave Schultz. It is Lyndon Burton. We're fired up on 103.3. They go.
I created a monster, cause nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want shady, I'm top living. Well, if you want shady, this is what I'll get.
Mess with a goat. You'll get the horns, then the butt. Cause that's what goats do. 103.3, The Goat.
Martini's 2023 Lafayette's Absolute Best Martini Competition and Teenie Tour to benefit Healing House, Hope for Grieving Children is in full swing. This year, enjoy signature martinis at 8 local restaurants through August 15th. Enjoy a different restaurant's martini for $2 with the purchase of any entree of their featured Teenie Tuesday. Participating restaurants include Bon Ton Grill, Bonefish Grill, Bezos, Mercy Kitchen, Chops Mid-City Smokehouse, Tsunami, Vestal, and Walk-Ons. Purchase martinis a la Maison package and receive 2 hand-painted martini glasses, a signed print by this year's glass artist Candace Greer, and access to exciting online silent auction items. Visit healing-house.org for more information. Join us this Tuesday at Mercy Kitchen to try their Absolute Judy Dreams Martini. Martinis 2023, presented by Town Square Media, Moss Motors, Bourbon Royalty Candle Company, Advanced Piping, Linear Controls, Leading Home Care, and DeLome Funeral Home.
Staples has big savings on everything you need for back to school or stocking up the office. Save on signs, banners, and posters from Staples Print and Marketing Services. Save on everything you need for travel, like luggage, tech, and travel-size personal items. Plus, save on all your school essentials, from notebooks to markers. Now at Staples, you can save even more with $25 back in rewards on your in-store purchase of $75 or more. Get everything for the office and the classroom for less at Staples. Ends 8/5. Redeemable in-store only. Rewards members only.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I want to share with you the experience of Donna in Washington. She writes, I got injured about 5 years ago. I was let go when, because of the injury, I couldn't keep up with my schedule. I've tried to find other work, but I'm 68 now. No one wants to hire someone that old. This week is tough, though, because I had to get my tooth fixed. So I only have $10 in my checking account. But it will be okay. I at least have food because of this pantry. Millions of people face hunger. Some every day, just like Donna. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.